I think this is something I might regret later.
Oh, you think?
Look! Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. We have a very special guest today. Please welcome for the first time on the podcast, comedian, podcaster, and ex-MMA UFC fighter, Brendan Schaub.
Yeah, crowd goes wild. What's up, dog?
Thanks for coming, man.
We're in it, man.
Yeah, we're in it. Dude, you're a big... I didn't realize how big you were. Jesus.
I'm not made for these old Hollywood foundations, man. I have to duck to come in here. But when I think of LA before I moved here, like this is what I think of, man.
This?
Like this vibe, you know, we're like in the heart of Hollywood.
Oh, right.
I went down Vine to get here.
Yeah.
You know?
Where are you originally from? Like
Denver.
You're from Colorado?
Yeah, Denver, dude.
What?
Yeah, man.
Did you wrestle in high school?
No, football, lacrosse.
You didn't wrestle?
No.
Now, okay, because like I want to get to your UFC stuff too, but like in Ultimate Fighting, you need takedown defense and at least double leg foundation.
Yeah, but the team I came up with was predominantly wrestlers. So like that was like my base was when I got into it was heavy grappling based.
Really?
Because all my teammates were wrestlers.
So
I picked it up fast.
So you learn like arm drags and fire.
Yeah, all that stuff.
A low single.
Yep, all that.
Double.
But a lot of that, like in the UFC, like a lot of that, like those like low singles and stuff like that, like they work, especially for like DC or Ben Askren. But really, you just need a good double leg and then takedown defense.
What's up with Ben? I mean, because I was a fan of his before.
When he was fighting?
No, when he wrestled.
Okay.
For Mizzou there.
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah.
Think about all the guys that came out of Missouri. You think about Ben Askren, Woodley were on the same team. Michael Chandler.
Tyrone Woodley?
Yep, they're all on the same team.
Wrestling team?
Yeah, all went to Missouri.
Yeah, really?
Chandler was a walk-on there. Yeah, studs.
That's a damn good D1 wrestling
monsters,
school. Yeah. Now, as far as MMA wrestling opposed to real collegiate wrestling, there's a huge difference, right?
Yeah, but there's guys, guys that adapt it, like, those low singles and stuff like that. Like
you can't do that in UFC.
You get kneed in the face.
That's what I'm saying.
But then there's stuff like against the fence, like DC and like Khabib, who they guys figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
like chain wrestling.
Right, right. Now, so you played football?
Yeah.
Then when did you get into like the fighting, fighting?
Played football, then I would do jiu-jitsu and stuff to stay in shape for the season. Just, I don't know, I guess had a knack for it. And then once the football dream ended, I was selling supplements and started training full-time.
Yeah, full-time, huh?
Yeah.
And then what gym were you a part of? Were you Greg Jacks?
I was part of Greg's, and then we had this weird thing with Albuquerque and Denver where Greg Jackson's then Grudge Training, we'd share training partners and coaches.
What makes that gym so legendary and
Jackson's?
Yeah, what sets that gym apart from all the other training facilities?
It's a good question. I think especially at the time, there's so many good gyms now, but I think it was just the guys, like the fighters were so good there, and there's like a team atmosphere where at the time there's like everyone was kind of nomads and outlaws where they were like an actual team, and that was because of Greg Jackson. Like his philosophy and like the whole team atmosphere.
What makes him so good? I mean, he's
just very cerebral, like very smart guy. Like he'd be successful whether he got into, if he was a teacher, fighting, whatever he decided to do, he'd be successful.
Do you think he could cater to individuals? Like I'm sure like Holly Holm or someone like that, he trains her differently opposed to someone else?
Yeah, Holly's more of a Winklejohn guy, but I think Greg...
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I got him twisted. Sorry.
But they're under the same
interchangeable
banner.
Yeah. Okay, sorry
I think
about
Greg's more of like a master planner. Like he can relate to anyone. He you know, I think he does well not treating anybody different. Like nobody's like a celebrity to him.
Right.
That's why everyone fucks with Greg. He's like Phil Jackson of fighting.
Right.
You know how Phil could deal with like
right,
Shaq
right.
and Kobe.
Yeah. It's just a catering to individual kind of needs or whatever.
That's what makes him special.
Like because when I first met you, you broke out that.
Oh, you're talking about the Rogue?
Yeah, and then I broke out this. So, but don't you have a history of this?
I've used to. That's a different level.
Like, how did you? Because I know you probably never been asked about this on a podcast.
No,
but I want to talk about it because I quit drinking alcohol and drug all that. But
now you gravitate towards this.
Yeah, I don't even have to spit.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
It just stays in there.
You know, you just swallow it.
Yeah,
let me see. But that's
this is a grizzly wintergreen here. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's interesting about that is
I grew up because I wrestled.
Yeah.
So,
have you tried bringing it on a plane?
Oh yeah.
They'll give you shit about that.
Really?
Yeah.
All day.
The stewardess will even harass me about this.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
you have history with this.
Yeah,
I want to talk about your history with this.
Yeah,
when you discovered this, how you got addicted to this.
Because
I know you don't talk about this. People don't talk about it.
Yeah, I dig it, man.
So this is Grizzly Chew. It's chewing tobacco.
Yeah,
I've done Copenhagen. I've done.
And you like Copenhagen?
I love. My favorite's Kodiak, the bear. Yeah, the bear.
It's too intense.
No, that's a candy to me.
You love it.
I love it.
It's too intense for me.
Because there's fiberglass that cuts your.
See, I don't like that.
Best.
See, I like this. A fresh.
I know. This is okay. So this is a substitute for this. So you don't have to do
these
this.
are tobacco free.
I know. Yeah, these are just nicotine pouches.
And I got started on it because I was listening to. I think it might have been Dax Shepard. I forget. I listened to a million podcasts, but he's talking about he was doing nicotine, and they found studies how it's good for your brain. So that's how I gravitated towards it.
Do you ever sleep with these in?
I have fallen asleep with it. Not at night, though.
Yeah.
But during the day,
oh, yeah.
If I take a nap.
They're delicious.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Man. It's like candy.
Yeah, it's candy to me,
I look
too.
forward to
I
it.
love. You put them up here, too? I put them everywhere.
I stay on the bottom.
Upper lip, lower lip.
Do you have like you know, decay?
I don't want to show you my teeth. It's brown. Right, it's brown right here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
See, that's that real grizzly.
Because I used to fall asleep with this in, too.
Yeah.
You know, wrestling.
Yeah, chicks don't dig that, though. Like that, chicks don't dig like that.
But maybe in Oklahoma they do.
Oklahoma, parts of Texas,
West
Virginia.
John Smith.
Yeah, there you go.
John Smith County. Oh, yeah.
How's the love life been?
Oh, God. We'll get to
King
that.
of the Sting helped
How
at
about
all?
this? If it goes south with you and Theo, what if we did a thing called The Chimp and the Simp?
Oh, that's fun. That's
Where
fun.
I'm the simp.
And what's the odds of it going south with me and Theo?
Yeah, with Theo, if you know he's sick of flying here or something. Yeah. No, just sit with it.
I'd like to see the Vegas odds. I don't mind it though.
Yeah, the chimp and the simp.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's rough waters. I was just talking to her, my new intern there, about like the
how new?
She's about 2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. You do how many shows a week? One.
Then I do Scissor Brothers right here. Boom.
Scissor Brothers.
Yeah.
Our boy Jeremiah.
Oh yeah.
One
Jeremiah
Watkins.
Releases
When?
We do that releases on Friday, every Friday.
Scissors Bros does,
and then this releases on Wednesday.
Gotcha.
But going back, well, let's get to that. I don't want to skip. Like, let's get to this. I want to cover this first. When did you discover this and start doing this?
Oh,
I'm curious.
Right before the pandemic. So I've been about almost 2 years now. About a year and a half. Year and a half in the open, like doing it on the podcast, not giving a fuck. But
with the Grizzly?
Yeah. It started with Grizzly, and I was like, God, this is intense. And then I found the nicotine pouches. I started with your Velo there, but they're just too mild.
Citrus,
I love. But then the mango is different level.
The six.
6, and I do 3 of them at a time.
What?
Dude, I'm such an addict. My morning will start with
before the coffee.
Well, they're at the same time. So I guzzle 8 ounces of water.
Jesus.
First thing in my body, 8 ounces of water. I'm up at 5:30 with my son, and we go down there. I'll put on the TV, start the pot of coffee, and I'm just waiting, like taking down the time. Like, come on, coffee, get that dark roast, super dark roast.
Oh shit, you got the
dark roast and 3.
That's your
3
morning
roasts.
That's your morning routine.
It's a good day, my man.
So let me ask you this: are there other UFC fighters? Are there people in the UFC that do this?
I'm sure.
No, like
But don't talk about it. I don't know. I don't. Yeah,
You've never seen it like post interview, because I've seen the Diaz brothers like post interview. They're smoking a joint or something.
Yeah, I haven't
but
seen
like
anything.
I've always wondered that. Like,
I don't think so. It's like a lot of. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do it, but they hide it. I would guess, right?
so you haven't seen it firsthand?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Besides you, I don't know anybody else who does it.
Yeah.
Like when you told me it does, I was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what the connection right there.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know
I've never
anybody
met
else.
you, but I'm like. I was like, oh, okay, he's a good he's one of the
He's one of us.
He's one of the tribe.
Yeah, does Bob do it?
I'm glad you brought him up. No, but see, we lived in Minnesota as kids, and I remember the first time I tried it, it was at the local ice rink.
Oh wow.
And you know the skate shack where you put on your skates,
Yeah.
they sell like tangy taffy. But I remember I was like in first grade, kindergarten, first grade,
Oh wow.
and this kid said, "Hey," he had Copenhagen. He was like, "Hey, you want to try some of this, kid?" Isn't that wrong? I
Yeah,
was in like
super wrong.
I mean, you have
And-
you have two sons, right?
Yeah, I would beat you up if you did that to my son.
But imagine if a guy at an ice rink
Yeah, we're
offered
fighting.
you
Yeah, we're fighting.
your son who's in
We're
kindergarten,
gonna fight. Yeah.
like. But I remember I'm like, peer pressure is real, especially when you're a kid, and I'm like,
Now did it? Because the first time I
it
did
got me dizzy. I
Yeah,
remember
first time
it
I did it, I
got me
was in
dizzy.
high school. Got me-
Yeah,
I
threw
threw
up,
up.
baby.
I
Yeah,
threw
I
up.
threw up.
at my own party.
So
It's so that the Grizzly and the Copenhagen. It's so intense, dude. I'm not at that level.
yeah, so you're just you're just sticking with that.
Oh, dude, I'm hardcore
Yeah.
rogue.
Now, what'd you think of when I sent you a picture of my butt,
Is
the
the
black
butt
butt in my
here?
closet?
Is
Yeah,
the-
it's in my closet.
Have you seen it? Did
No,
yours-
no. She hasn't seen. That's the.
Is she familiar with
no,
what
no,
kind
no,
of
no.
dark?
She's not familiar with the
what kind of
butt.
dark?
No,
literally,
no.
what dark art you're into?
No, But did you trip? You guys thought I was lying, huh?
I did, and then I sent to Theo and Nick, and we brought it up on the last podcast on King the Sting. I think it airs tonight. I don't think they believed it, and then I was like, "No, dude, he sent me a picture. He's."
I sent it to Theo in a DM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did he look at it?
For real. I don't know if he even looked at it.
Well, I sent him the pic.
And
Just
what
so
was Theo's response?
he's like, he's into that. I'm like, yeah, that's his thing, man. Like, yeah, he wasn't bullshitting. It's the real deal, man. Real deal.
On a special occasion, I'll bring it out.
Yeah, your new
Like
hopefully your new intern signed a contract.
I mean, I'm trying to separate. I don't want a lot of people. I have other things hidden in here. But
Yeah.
so do you think that's normal?
I think you seem harmless, if that's what you're
But
into. I don't
is
judge.
it weird that I have something like that?
No, I don't think so.
It's not?
No, if you like it, dude.
Right. Now, let me ask you this: is that going to be harder for me to find a date?
Well,
No, No, wait, hold on.
everyone has their own kinks.
Yeah, no, but
The female in the room was like, nah, that's cool.
okay. So let me, because I
think
can't
I
bring it
think-
on camera. I'm going to describe. It's a black butt with a anus and a vagina.
And it is worn out. Like,
Wait, hold up.
That was my that was my take. That was my takeaway
Wait,
from the
why would
picture.
you
Like
say
that
that?
thing is.
Why'd you say that?
That thing has miles on it. Let's just put that thing has some miles on it. Yeah,
Why
that thing
did
was
you bring
worn
that
out,
up?
dude.
What,
Yeah.
what was it? What was the dead giveaway on? Like what the?
It
hell?
just looks like weathered. It's just a weathered ass.
What the hell? Really? So
It looks like you got that ass from playing against sports. Like it's just like a used ass.
I use both holes.
No, I know.
But
No,
you
you can tell.
But you could tell.
Yeah.
So is this going to prevent me from the dating market?
I don't think so because now that it's open and people know you're a good dude and you have this weird kink or whatever.
Yeah.
If you do find love, they're gonna be like, oh damn, he's into this freaky
Hey
stuff.
man, why can't I have that when women they have their toys?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like
Is it double standard
yeah.
theirs?
And you're not
what I'm
hiding
saying?
it.
And I'm not judging them.
No, someone who's gonna see that, they're gonna be into it.
Like if I met a girl and I went to her apartment and I saw she had like a cupboard filled with that,
You're not gonna judge.
I would be like, oh, that's cool. That's her thing.
Yeah, but what I wouldn't do is if you do get a little Philly dove over here, I wouldn't bring out that big fake black ass. That's what I wouldn't do.
It's in the closet.
No, I know.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
It's hidden in there. There's dust buildup.
That's your time. That's
Yeah.
your time.
So you don't think it's going to affect me in like the future dating
No, I think it's going to help you because they're like, oh, it's cool. He's open. He's comfortable with it.
Right,
you know?
right.
They might be a little weird if they're not African American because it is a black ass. Because
Hey,
clearly that's what you're
I
into.
don't discriminate.
Do you have a white ass in there? Nope.
Hey, I like all colors of the rainbow,
Yeah.
friend. You know,
But you did
black,
decide.
white, Latina,
Sure.
Cuban.
Sure. But
Honduras, whatever.
when you were purchasing that fake black ass,
It was given. No. That was given as a gift to me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I was on another podcast, and they go, Steve, we have a prize for you.
Oh, what a gift.
And I go, yeah. And I go, what is it? And then they brought, it was in the package.
What podcast giving you
It was,
fake
it was
asses?
DVD ASA, David Cho, Asa Akira. Have you heard of it?
I haven't heard of it,
you've
but I
heard
love
it.
both of them. I know
Yeah,
David's been on our show. Asa's also been on our show.
Yeah.
I didn't know they do their own
Yeah,
show.
I'm in a band with Dave
Oh.
through the podcast.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and so they on one of their episodes they had it as a gift, and I'm like, oh, all right, I'll take it.
It would have been cool if Asa gave you like a rendering of her ass because she's a smode
She
show.
hooked me up though, dude. She gave me a whole care package.
Oh, wow.
Because she has sponsors, so she gave me a whole package filled with toys.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Like her own personalized
Literally
fleshlight,
badass, yeah.
where they molded it after her thing.
Oh,
Yeah, but I felt she's like a sister, you know.
oh,
like,
she is?
yeah, she's like my. Yeah, I can't.
You don't
I
look
don't
at
look.
it.
Yeah. It's,
You've never seen her work? You're
I've
missing
seen,
out.
Oh, come on.
You're missing
I
out.
know, Brendan,
Yeah.
but I've seen
It's
her
a
work.
sister,
But I can't. There's a disconnect there.
That
but
makes sense.
Once you know that person,
Yeah.
especially on like a sister
Different level?
yeah, dude.
What's weird about Asa is, obviously if you've seen her work, she's a beast in that field.
Oh yeah,
But she's a smart girl.
oh
too.
yeah, she's a businesswoman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for
she's
sure.
a beast.
How'd you meet her? Shout out to Asa and Dave.
Yeah, shout out
Much
to Asa and
love.
Dave. I don't know. Somehow she got connected, and then came out finding the kid when we were at Fox. So this is 6 years ago, 5 years ago at least.
Yeah.
You have these assumptions about porn stars, and she was a superstar, man.
She's a businesswoman.
Yeah, she's a beast.
You know my brother too as well. Like,
Oh, yeah.
are you guys pretty close?
Yeah, I
my
love
brother.
Bob. Yeah, I love him.
How did y'all link up? Like,
But it's weird because obviously Bobby's he's a legend at the Comedy Store, and he's always been super supportive of me for whatever reason. And then I did his show, with his girl, and I've seen him around the Comedy Store. And he's into UFC. Me and him always talk fighting.
yeah.
But he's always, as far as comedy goes, he's always been super supportive.
You've
Always.
had several specials out, right?
I just have the one special.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Showtime.
But my brother hasn't done.
I know. I went to his show and pitched him to do a special.
Dude, he hasn't done one yet, dude.
I know.
Like, how are we gonna? You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's weird though.
time's ticking here. Come on, man. Like,
Maybe,
how
but
do we get my brother?
I know, but it's
Come on,
also
man.
kind of cool. He's kind of the anti-special guy, right?
Do you
There's a lane
is there
for that.
something going on? Like, tell me what's going on with the comedian's brain, right? There's something going on where
For
what's the reason? There's a reason. There's a psychological reason, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I can't talk. I'm the younger brother.
Yeah, so
he
you're
won't
not-
listen to me. He's like, dude, don't worry about it, dude. I got it.
Yeah.
Dude, I got it. It's gonna happen, dude. It's
and I'm
gonna
not,
It's
and
like,
I'm
when?
not. I'm not saying
Come
this
on.
is going on with Bobby, but there could be a mental thing there where he just doesn't want to write new shit.
Keep
where he's
going,
a-
keep
where he's
going
a-
on
where
that
he's a-
tangent. Keep going on that tangent.
Where he's afraid to give up that material because it crushes. And I've seen a set crushes. So maybe he's just like,
It's
man,
a bulletproof, proven set. But
and
let
he
me
can
tell you,
make money touring around doing it.
but I'm telling you, a lot of those bits, not the whole set. He's been doing since the '90s, bro.
Here's the thing.
Since the La Jolla. You've been to the La Jolla
Oh yeah, I
comedy
love
store.
favorite spot.
Since the La Jolla comedy days.
Here's the thing with that. So there's guys like Jerry Seinfeld and other guys who, Jay Leno, these old school comics who go, no, don't change your set. Never change your set.
Oh, that's that old school mentality?
Yeah.
Oh, rest in peace, Paul Mooney. But
yeah.
yeah, rest in peace,
Yeah.
right? He just passed.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some old school guys who go, no, why would you throw away stuff that crushes? Like, just keep doing it.
So
Like,
it's proven material.
Like if there's the thought process of if you go see, Journey, you don't want to see them do their new fucking songs.
you want the hits.
Give me the hits. Bobby's giving you the hits.
But
It works for Bobby.
But there's a
I'll
flip
say
side.
that.
But there's a flip side to that, right? If he were to do that, then wouldn't that be healthy? Because he'd be forced to write new material.
I think so,
I mean, because that's what you did. Like
I
you
come
can't
from a
do
different.
you can't do the same shit you did on your special.
No, God no.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But I think if you go see a Bobby show, you want the hits, right? Like he's built that kind of lane for
The
himself.
corn.
Yeah.
I already know him.
Yeah,
The
yeah. I
corn.
know, yeah.
The Japanese
Yep.
porn.
But it crushes.
So you know his bits.
Yes.
So like okay,
And
so
they crush.
so yeah, it works. I've seen him in the OR. I've seen your guys' sets.
It's never not worked.
Once you're done with your special, were you automatically hitting the pen and the pad?
Yeah, but so I got done with that, and then I come from the cloth cut where it's like, all right, you got to come up with a new hour. So I hit the road, did the store, did the improv, did the factory to build a new hour.
How do you come up with shit? I've always wondered that. How do you come up with?
Yeah, but think how long Bobby's doing comedy. So it's like
over 20 years, dude.
Right?
20 plus years.
So for me, I've been in, I'm newer to it. So like I have a bunch of shit to say. So it's like maybe Bobby doesn't anymore. Right. So I have a ton of shit. I don't want it. Like by the time I did that hour for Showtime, I was so over that material.
You're already beyond that?
I couldn't wait to get rid of it. Yeah.
So I noticed, like, I love following that trajectory because you were on Rogan back in the day, and they were talking about your fighting career and then how you should do comedy. Like, let's go back there. Like, they planted the seed, right? And then right after that, when did you decide to start doing open mic? Like, how did you go about it?
Yeah, so Rogan and the Rogan and Callan planted the seed. I've always wanted to do it, and then we started doing live fighting the kids. So we do live podcasts, but it was just me and Callan doing stand up. So then we did one at the Comedy Store, and then the Comedy Store a week after we did that show.
It was like a podcast type comedy event.
It was the podcast fans, but it was like
because they had those live, like podcasts have live shows,
which I don't. You
don't fuck with
partake.
those?
No, I don't.
It's
like
kind of weird, huh?
It's stupid. It's just do
like
your
they're
podcast.
podcasting
Yeah,
in the-
I remember when me and Kellen were starting to do live. I went and like scouted how other like podcasts would do it, and everybody wasn't doing it. So I'd go watch, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. They're just doing their show, and it's two guys on stage with mics. Like that's stupid. And Kellen's like, no, you and I are gonna do like improv, stand up. Like it's gonna be a show.
Yeah.
So that's what we started doing. So then we'd start every show with me doing 10 minutes of stand up.
Yeah.
And then we did the Comedy Store in the main room, and then like a week or two later, the Comedy Store reached out to me and was like, hey.
Who, Adam?
Adam and then Emily reached out. We're like, hey, do a set. Once you come back and do a set in the Belly Room for us. And I was like, oh, I'll call Callan to see if he can do it.
Like comedy material.
Yeah,
hey,
like
just
why
don't you try it?
Yeah,
why don't you try
do it. Yeah, and then
how much? Like 3 minutes of material?
No, it was like 6 or 7 minutes. But
what,
I
dude?
thought it's the Comedy Store. It's the mecca of comedy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll call Callan and see if he can do it. They're like, no, idiot, just you. I was like, what? And like, yeah, if there's a spot for it, if you want to try it out in the Belly Room. So then my first like real technical set was in the Belly Room at the Comedy Store.
Let's go back there. Like, what do you remember? What that first set?
Yeah.
And then tell me like what you're feeling. Did you get nerves or like what do you remember the material or like what was going on in your mind?
Yeah, I remember the material. I remember the material was me telling my family I wanted to do stand up. It was based around that and their reactions.
So it's more like personal narrative.
Yeah.
And then were you nervous? Like were you more nervous for comedy? Like I've always been curious. Were you nervous more before a fight or before a stand-up set?
Definitely a fight because you're
different,
fighting another professional fighter in your underwear on, there's so much pressure. It's on
national TV,
and you get hurt. Listen, if that set, probably didn't go well in my first set at the Comedy Store, it's all right. I'll do another set either later that night or come back, regroup, and figure it out. But
right.
Fighting, the stakes are so high, man.
Right. So
stand up, it's like a painting you're never gonna finish. I can always come back in pain. Like fighting, you get fucked
they
up.
Could like
man.
head trauma. Yeah. So was it packed in the Belly Room or like what was that night like?
Yeah, it's packed. The Belly Room I think seats like 60 people, but. I had Brian there. I think Rogan stopped by. Will Sasso was there. My agent, CAA representatives were there.
Well, CAA agents were there?
Yeah, like a bunch of people are in there, so there's like a lot of pressure.
But for your first set, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, where it's different, where
for your first set,
where people go, oh, you didn't, your first sets weren't open mics. No, but my first set was a lot more pressure than your first set.
Yeah, because theirs was like at a coffee shop.
Yeah, in front of other comedians.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
The stakes were high.
Yeah.
Why do they put so much emphasis? Because we're going to market him. Like if he does what?
No, I think
we're going to market him.
Not that, because you couldn't market me at the time because I had so far to go. So I think it was just like, supportive, see if he can do it, and see what.
Yeah. So did you get the bug after that? You're like, oh, I like this shit.
I had the bug before then when I was doing live fighting the kids because we were doing like Brea and the Vic Theater.
Oh, you're
and
doing Brea
Wilbur.
improv?
Yeah, my first set ever, I think, was in Ontario, Brea. Yeah, as far as firing the kids.
So, like, did you have a table on stage and like a mic setup?
No, just a mic, just like stand.
So you and Brian up there just doing your shit.
I would go out first in front of the sold out crowd in Brea or the Vic Theater in Chicago. I'd just walk out by myself. That's how the show would start with me doing 10 minutes of stand up.
What?
Uh-huh.
How'd you come up with that material? Like,
it was just like me telling a story, or
so you did storytelling shit.
Yeah, kind of Bert Kreischer vibe. Yeah, like storytelling.
And these were
with
sold,
jokes.
but these were that changes it too, bro. Because you said these are
crowds.
sold out.
Yeah,
These other
lot of
open
pressure.
micers are just other comedians.
Yeah, I'd
in the
rather
crowd.
do open mics. That thing was so intense. Yeah,
Now, like, you love the Comedy Store, man. You like
Love
going
it.
there.
Oh, dude, love it.
I've
Now I don't know because it's different, right?
yeah,
During
it's
pandemic,
different, but it was
all my guys have moved, so once things I haven't been back since it got shut down, so I know now they're doing like half capacity, but
yeah.
my guys aren't there,
Right,
not right now.
Well, they all moved to Texas, right?
Yep, or Nashville.
Right.
Santino Bobby will be there though. Those are my guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was talking to my intern earlier because me and Bob grew up in a haunted house.
Oh,
like our
interesting.
house was actually
legit haunted.
Yeah, legit
Oh,
haunted.
wow.
Isn't the Comedy Store got some?
Oh yeah, you can feel it. You've been in there, like
No, but do you have any personal stories of like you taking a leak or?
No, but also I don't like. I know I've heard the
Because
horror
my
stories.
brother's seen the ghost with the fedora on and the
Everyone
and all
says that. I think I view it as such a happy place, and I've had such fond memories there. It's that darkness doesn't creep in with me.
It doesn't.
No.
Are you close to the shores? Is Polly still around there? Like.
I'm not. Polly, me and Polly are always cool, but I'm not close with them. No. But me and Polly are very cordial. Yeah.
Right. And so, rest in peace, Mitzi, as well. So, it's like the whole setup has changed over the years.
Well, even Adam's gone, right? Adam Eat's gone.
I don't know.
That, from what I hear, Adam's I think is gonna move to Texas too.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like, why are they all going to Texas? Like, how come you didn't go with them? Like, those are your homies and stuff.
Those are my homies, but I think for Rogan it makes sense for tax purposes, and people forget Rogan's been in LA for 30 years. He's done it. He's had TV shows. He's widely successful in stand up. Like he did it. Like
yeah,
you've done it. Like there's nothing else for him to do in LA. Like you did it. You came here 30 years ago to be in show business. You're one of the biggest names in stand up and the biggest name in podcasting. Like you've done it. So you go and you save all your money with taxes in Texas and rebuild. And it's a new challenge because he was comfortable in LA. That makes sense for Joe.
Right.
These other guys haven't done it. These other guys following and doing all this stuff, nobody's made it. So for Joe, it makes sense. For Segura, it makes sense. Those guys have reached the top of the mountain in LA, and now they want a new adventure, and that would be Austin. But for these other guys following, it's like, Bubba, you didn't even make it in LA.
Right.
So for me, it's like, I still have a lot of work to do here. I'm not ready to leave.
Right. How did
this is still the mecca of stand-up. No matter what happens in Austin.
I mean, improv, Laugh Factory, Comedy Store.
There's nowhere like LA. It's the best.
How did you and Joe, like, how'd you meet all those people? Like, I've always wondered that. Like, how did you meet, like, Red Band or Joe or Tom? Like, how did y'all link up?
I'm trying. So I was fighting at the time, but I was a coach on The Ultimate Fighter on Shane Carwin, Roy Nelson season, and Brian. They brought Brian in. Brian had a connection to somebody. They brought Brian in. Me and Brian hit it off immediately, and then Brian had shows that night in Vegas. Invited me to the show. And then I was like, oh, dude, I moved to L.A. next week. He goes, oh, let's connect, man, and you can come on my podcast. I don't know what a podcast was at the time.
What was the name of his at the time?
Brian Callen Show. Had 14 listeners. Yeah, it wasn't good.
So it was small.
Yeah, tiny. Oh. Yeah, he wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
And then went on his show, and we had this weird chemistry. And then he was like, oh, we should do our own show together. And I was like, all right, I guess. And then he was like, I was like, what do we call it? So we go back and forth. We settled on Fighter and the Kid. So me and him started doing Fire and the Kid, and this was before everyone and their mom had a podcast.
Yeah.
We were like one of the main comedy duos in the space. And then Rogan and I were friends before then, but just moving to L.A. and then just being around Brian and Rogan, and then obviously Red Band's there, and Segura and Bert and Joey and the whole Dalia, the whole team, and just those were my guys.
Yeah, I know. Like you brought up, like that's crazy you brought up that last name. I don't want to talk too much about that, but like I'll I want to talk more on a broader sense.
Sure.
Like, we're in a weird time right now. Like
The weirdest.
the
yeah.
cancel.
We're coming out of it though.
The cancel culture shit, though.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts? I mean, that it's scary nowadays. You got to really watch what you say. Because, like, my brother, for instance, I know he said some stuff in the past, or maybe not, you know, where it's like, dude, you got to, like, really be very clear.
You do, but it's tough when you come after comedians, because comedians' jobs are to, you know, kind of to be polarizing and come from an angle society didn't think about. And then you're going to cancel them over that. But also, they're like, I guess if Bob's in TV and wants to be on NBC and Disney, he has to watch what he says.
Oh, right.
If you just want to be a comedian and have this huge podcast, which he does, like, you're not going to, they can't take that away from you. So Bob can be Bob, but, you know, I think cancel culture also, you know, got rid of a lot of bad people.
Right.
As much as we all hate on cancel culture, and I can't stand it either, and it goes so far over, but at the same time, too, it did kind of get rid of some shitty people, which I'm all for.
Right.
So they're, you know, it did some good, but then now you get rid of the bad people, but people are still foaming at the mouth to come after people. It's like, no, you did it, man. Like, we got rid of some really bad people, and I'm all for it. But now you guys are just bored, and now you're going after comics and these people, and there's nothing there. So it's like, what happens is when you do that and you cry woof, well, then people are gonna stop listening to you, so you don't have the power anymore.
Right.
So it's kind of at its end of the road, I think.
Yeah, you just got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to really nowadays, especially now, you got to just, you know, really watch what you say. People might take things out of context as well. You know, it might be just
you got to give some leeway to it, especially if they're a comic or they're a podcast.
Because it's like they're comedians.
Yeah,
it can be
it's
just
what
their
they
material.
do. Yeah, but to focus the energy on the real bad people. Go after the bad people.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Now, like, how long you been? Because you're fairly new in the comedy scene.
6 years.
But you've come. Like, usually it takes comedians like decades to.
Yeah.
Like. How do you think you've progressed so fast? Like, because you're like, boom.
I think because I got in it, older, right? I was like 30 when I got into it. And then being in the right place at the right time, I'm surrounded by greatness with all these comedians. I'm at the store, I'm at the Improv, I'm at the Laugh Factory. So it's like, if you're a basketball player and you're a rookie and you get put on the dream team in the Olympics, and you're around that, you're gonna get
good,
a lot better, a lot
and you
faster
get a lot of experience
than other guys just doing open mics in front of other shitty comedians.
Right.
I'm around the best in the world,
the best,
and just by being around that, my level is gonna advance so much faster than anybody else. It's like if you're doing jiu-jitsu and your first day you're with all black belts, and eventually your level of learning is gonna get really, really good fast. Yeah.
Do you think are there similarities with comedy to fighting as well, like the discipline and the dedication?
I don't think so. No, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
Or people, you know, Rogan or people say, "Oh, it's Schaub's, you know, his professional athlete work ethic." It's weird to say it's an athlete's work ethic, because I know a lot of really talented, successful athletes who have shitty work ethics. They're just talented. Work ethic is with anything. I know people that work at Walmart and they're monsters with their work ethic.
Right.
So it's just a work ethic that my dad instilled in me. So whether it was, you know, this work ethic goes along with my podcasting, with my merch, with my whiskey, with everything I do.
I noticed that you're good with branding and shit. Like, when did you learn all that? Because, like, remember I was talking to you before we filmed King and the Sting, and you're like, you got to change it back to good friend. You you know certain aspects.
Logos, like fashion merch is just. I don't know. I just love that stuff. I love it. I got my minor in business from University of Colorado, which kind of helps, but it's also I've always been like this. I like brands or the trends, and just like seeing what works, seeing what people gravitate towards, and like I'll look at other people's merch, and I have all these ideas, and you know.
So you could tell like if something's gonna do well, like
something's gonna do well. I can tell if something's off, or the way they're marketing, just stuff. And I dig it. I like to see what happens.
Yeah,
I love that fashion world.
Like going back to like Joe, like because I look up to you guys so much, especially him. He's like at the top, right?
Of the hill.
But I've always wondered this, like, is he like the same in real life than he is when he's podcasting?
The exact same. Yeah,
like, no, the way he talks and everything.
The exact same.
Really?
Yeah, you know how some people have like a podcasting voice or radio voice?
Yeah, like, hey,
no,
yeah.
No, Joe's what you see on the podcast is who he is. You know, he's just He's just it's weird, and obviously I get why people are coming after him now because he's the guy. So when you're the guy,
what do you mean come after him? Oh, like
like anything he says, like white males won't have a voice or don't get the vaccination.
Right.
Obviously, all these stupid outlets are going towards him because you're gonna get clicks. Because he's the most famous guy in the space right now.
Right.
It's just like same people when Kevin Hart's special dropped, they came after him because he's the top dog. So when you're the top dog, you have all these crabs trying to pull you down to get you to their level. So
right.
Anybody who's successful, you'll see other people with less talent using them as bait to get clicks because they don't have anything to say.
Right. Have you been to his new crib?
I haven't been to his house. Nope. Just went to the podcast studio.
You went to the old one?
Yeah.
How many bedroom? Like it was a huge house.
I mean, good sized house. We all have nice houses.
Like Malibu or like.
Not Malibu. No, he's out in the valley by me. Yeah.
So he just swimming pool, the whole
swimming
thing.
pool. Yeah.
What about the isolation tank? You do that and everything?
I'm not. He loves that. It's all right to me. I went in one once and jacked off in there. It's not for me.
Really?
No, I'm floating in hot water. I'm naked.
Right.
Well, this is
Have
weird.
you fucked around because he talks about DMT and stuff like that?
I've done DMT, yeah.
Let's talk about what was that shit like the first time?
I've never done it again since, but you definitely. I thought I was in this trip.
Do you really leave your body?
100%.
You talk to aliens and shit when you're.
No, I think it's different for everybody, but I went to this weird space where I was in this. Surrounding, it's almost like heaven. I was in this gold clouds and
Oh, you went to the sky?
Yeah, floating around. Yeah, it was sick.
No, for real.
Yeah, for reals, yeah.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Was it pixelated and shit? Where you're?
No, it was clear as day.
So you smoke it out of a bong? I've never, because I'm sober, right? I haven't you smoke it out of a bong.
Yeah.
So you hit the bong,
and then it's
Rocket Man.
Yeah.
So you go Rocket Man into.
And I thought it was I was up there for 3 hours, and then you sober up fast. You do it, and I was like, man, how long was it out? He's like, dude, that was 45 seconds. What?
So did you talk to the elves, like the Keebler elves?
No, my trip wasn't
elves.
like that.
There's elves there.
No, yeah, I didn't get any of that. I was up in this cool, safe, warm, gold heaven place.
What?
Yeah.
Were there dinosaurs?
No, nothing of note. It was just me floating, bouncing from cloud to cloud, and then I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh my God! So you didn't see any aliens?
No, I wish I did.
You believe in aliens?
I believe in aliens.
Yeah.
I was talking to my son about it last night, and he's 5, so it was a fun combo. But we were in the hot tub.
They're around, dude.
They're around.
Yeah, they're around.
But this is my thing. Obviously Hollywood's made aliens terrifying. The movie Aliens, Mars Attack.
Right.
What if they're really dope and they come here and we see them? And they're like, "What's up, man? Dude, we're 2,000 years ahead of you guys.
Oh no, they are.
And we can really help you guys.
Advanced technology.
Yeah, and they're probably like, dude, we can really help you. You guys are doing this and this. Try it like this. We've been through this and this. What if they're really dope and really friendly?
I think there's some alien races that are dope. You're saying.
I think they're gonna be just like us. I think some
the tall whites. There's ones that are the tall whites.
Yeah.
They're tall blonde hair.
Yeah, they don't have to be white.
No, for real. There's a documentary, and they're tall.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be tall and white, but that sounds like.
No. This one is they're tall and white.
Tall and white. Yeah, they're also called Swedes.
Yeah. But there's some that are like the grays.
But again, I bet there's all
that
different
types.
Yeah, I bet there's all different types. And I bet some are really cool and they want to help us. And I bet some are assholes, just like humans.
Yeah,
but
the ones reptilians, I would not want to see.
But there might be some that come here, and the ones who come here are probably the ones we send in outer space. They're probably smart as fuck.
Yeah, you think Elon Musk? He must know.
He knows something.
He knows something, right?
Yeah.
He's got to
know.
You
can tell.
his
whole demeanor, he doesn't give a fuck
because
he's seen shit. He's
you met him, right?
I've never met him. No.
Yeah, but you've seen him on Joe's thing, right? But he knows.
I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm a fan.
So do you think there needs to be disclosure? Why can't the government or why can't they just say, we're not the only living thing around?
Well, they're kind of acknowledging it now, right?
With the UFOs. With the UFOs.
I think it's the same thing with the JFK tapes, where they don't want Americans to know to start a frenzy. I have a friend who works in preventing terrorist attacks, and he goes, dude, if CNN and MSNBC reported how often they try to attack us, we'd constantly be in fear. He's like, he goes, it happens all the time.
Knowing aliens are
and
around?
So he's like, so if the same thing, if they told us about aliens, what they want to do, we might be in a constant panic. Or not. Or again, I don't we're assuming that they're mean. I know, think they could be really dope.
But what if that's true? But what if we're laboratory animal, like we're like lab rats to the. They're just like, you know how like, you know, like an aquarium, you see like, you know, your pet
We're like
mouse.
the gerbils.
Yeah, we're like the gerbils, and they're just like watching us outside this aquarium, like look at them.
But even we talk to the gerbils. So like if they come down,
Oh,
like
right,
you don't
do
think,
talk to
yeah,
you're right, you do talk to
like
your
you don't think
gerbil.
the alien would be
Yeah.
all dope? Like, what's up, man? Like what's going on here? And you're like, oh, we got this huge issue, man. Like this color hates this color, and the alien's like, oh, that's so stupid. We did that like 4,000 years ago.
What if there's a dope alien, right?
That's
like
what I'm
like
saying.
no, but they came up to you and they're like, hey, we like your energy,
Yeah.
but you would have to leave. Like you're gonna live for 100 more years. We got the technology,
But I have to ditch
yeah,
everybody.
but you have to leave your family.
No.
No, but they say go. You know, we have a UFO.
No.
You'll have your own UFO.
I'd rather die on Earth with my kids. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, what if they say this? I want to present another thing. They go, we love your energy. You could bring your family and your kids, but you're gonna have to leave in this UFO to this planet.
You're gonna need to sell me more. What's on the planet, dude?
Of
Are
just,
my friends
just
like
unlimited
friends or family?
resources. No. Unlimited
Eesh.
resources, foods that will sustain your longevity of
What
life.
am I gonna do for work though?
You don't have. There's no money in that.
But
planet.
I love to work. Like, can
know,
I
no,
podcast
but there's
up
no
there?
monetary system on that planet. They're like, we just
What, I'm just gonna hang out all day?
no. They want you. You'll work, but there's no money. That you'll just.
So I'm just
engage.
podcasting for free.
It's kind of like Star Trek, right? There's no
Yeah.
money in Star Trek, right? They
Yeah.
just explore the universe. They
No,
explore.
I don't want to do that.
Why not?
I feel like I get bored. But I also like stand up and podcasting, dude.
Okay, what if they say this? They
Who's gonna buy my merch up there?
I know, but you could. The aliens will wear your shirts.
You think there's thick
Yeah,
aliens?
they're a little gray. could walk
Oh, that'd
by.
be cool.
Yeah, they could be
Some
wearing-
thick
yeah,
alien
little
gear.
fighter in the kid
Yeah, that'd be
logo.
sick,
Yeah,
man.
that'd be
Yeah, all
sick.
right, all
But what if
right.
they do this? They go, "Hey, Brendan, we like your energy, and we like your friends too."
Oh.
And they go, "We want you. We want Joe. We want Tom. We want Bobby Lee. We want all of your homies." They come with their families too.
Oh, I'd be into that.
What about
Now is this friend Elon Musk?
No, it's
Yeah, 'cause
not.
that's
It
what
wouldn't
it
be
sounds
Elon.
like.
It wouldn't be Elon.
Sounds like that's what
he would
Elon's
be
pitching.
involved somehow, but
That
it
sounds.
That
That sounds like that's what Elon's planning to do with Mars, right?
Yeah,
That's what it
I don't
sounds
know.
like.
I don't know what his.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm a little skeptical. I don't know what that is. But what if this is the thing? What if he knows Earth is on like
Limited time.
Yeah, and he's like, we need to
And
create.
that's why he's acting.
We
like
need
this.
to ship as many humans.
Yeah, why
to
do we
reproduce.
get to Mars? Like, why don't we
Yeah.
focus on what we got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you do this? What if they teach you like, well, you're already a big, powerful guy, but what if they're like, we're gonna teach you telepathy, because in certain languages, their
That'd be
language,
dope.
they don't even have to talk.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
How dope would that be?
I'm in, dude.
Doing stand up, and you're not even talking. You're just
Yeah, that'd be sick.
you're just
Oh, I'm
looking
into
at them.
that.
Yeah,
I'd be into
dude.
that, dog.
Yeah, and they could just read your jokes
That'd be great.
from your mind.
But then they'd also read my dirty mind. Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, dude.
Okay, let me flip it on you. What if the reptilians, the walking lizard people, they come up to you, they go,
This is a giant lizard.
this is a
talking to me?
giant lizard
Okay.
talking to you, but
Alright.
they're bad.
Oh, they're mean?
Yeah, they're mean.
Oh, okay.
They extract it off fear off
Yeah,
humans or
okay.
something, you know, like they live like they're like
Yeah.
really bad.
Lizard
What if
brain.
they're like, we want to recruit you, bro,
What do I
but
have
you're
to
gonna
do?
have to be evil.
Oh, no.
But no, get this. But you're gonna live forever.
No.
You'll have your own kingdom.
No.
Like, no. But you could bring your kids. We won't fuck with your kids or your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Why not?
I don't want to be. I don't want to be evil, man.
What?
What?
What? No. But what if they say you'll live forever?
No, I don't want to live forever.
But that's the ancient kind of like
I know. I don't. wanna do that.
morality
I know.
tale. Like, you know, that's how Satan, because he fell from grace.
Yeah, true.
It's tempting though, isn't it?
No, you think I don't want to live forever?
All the riches.
You want to live forever?
No, but I don't. Well, how long do you want to live?
I always say, name the biggest grandpa you've ever seen. They're not big. I'm like a Great Dane. I'm a big guy.
You know, people in Okinawa live for a long. You know, there's something about
Forever.
Japan.
Yeah, you
There's
guys
something
live
about
forever.
Okinawa,
Yeah.
the diet or something.
Yeah.
They
The
live
rice, the
the
fish,
rice and
the
the
smaller people.
yeah, seaweed.
Yeah.
100. I mean, do you
You're
want to?
gonna-
Do you want to
you're
live
gonna
up to
live to
100? Not me. No.
You're gonna live to 100
No, because the reason why is because there's strokes and stuff in my.
in your family.
Oh yeah,
How old was your papa when he passed away?
my dad was in his 70s or 80s.
Pretty early. Pretty early.
Yeah, he had 8 strokes. We were just talking about.
8 strokes.
8, dude.
What a badass.
Do you know? Did Bob tell you like the day he passed and stuff? Like how trippy that was. Like I was telling her, you know, my dad that week had. Have you heard of deathbed visions.
Where they have like out of body.
You know, it's more like DMT acid trip
Yeah.
thing where he was in the hospice and they took the feeding tube out.
Okay,
Like
took him off
I
life
learned that
support.
week a hospice is where you die.
Correct.
That's where you die.
That's the
It's
back
not
nine.
a nursing
No,
home.
You're on hole 18.
You're gonna die there. And so they took that out, and he was catatonic, eyes closed. But one night I was watching Rocky 2. I was telling you about this on King of the Sting, where out of nowhere he opened his eyes, and he was tripping out on the ceiling.
And what did he see?
That's
You
the
didn't ask him?
golden question.
You
No,
didn't
he
ask
can talk. He couldn't talk.
He was
yeah.
just like,
No, but this is my hypothesis. Is I think he saw some shit up there.
I hope
Old
you're right.
family members.
That'd be cool.
or other ghosts.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind when you're about to die, you're transitioning into that other fucking dimension.
Or because since he couldn't talk, and you're just assuming he saw ghosts, or was he like, dude, I'm in pain?
No, he was seeing something visually, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you another story. So, before that time, he had a gnarly stroke. We thought he was gonna die then. And
Why do you have so many strokes?
I think it's just in our genetics. It's in his
Did he
side
have
of
a
the
bad
family.
diet? Was he smoking something?
He used to smoke Marlboros and drink and
Alright.
stuff. But he was in the regular hospital, but he was fucked up, and he literally like couldn't talk, but he was literally looking at the bathroom to the hospital window, and my brother's like, "Dad, what like do you see something?" He saw some Asian man.
Interesting.
He saw a shadow man. So he was in Korean. He said all this, but he's like, "There's a shadow," because in Korean culture, that's known. When you're about to die, there's a shadow man that comes to
Is he like the Grim Reaper?
No, it's more like a family member, like fucking maybe like his uncle
Who's
or
gonna take you over to the other side?
yeah. So there was a guy with a suit, top hat, like there, because that day he could have gone too. Brendan.
Interesting, man.
Yeah, you haven't heard this?
No.
Yeah. So you're saying I think that no, he was seeing something in the because I'll give you another story. When I went to Arizona State, I was at a dorm.
You went to school there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I tripped out on LSD on winter break.
Okay.
I was working at Barrow's Pizza, and I literally was tripping on acid and taking a shit because I drank too much Sunny Delight, and I had a
Is
shit.
Sunny Delight orange juice?
I don't know.
I don't
That's
know.
a good question. That's
I
$1
don't
million.
think so.
No, I don't think.
It's some sort of
I
weird
think it's a
concoction.
weird
Yeah.
crossover. It's half.
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle. It tastes damn good.
Yeah,
though.
God, it's
damn
good.
good.
Yeah.
But I was tripping in the bathroom and I was looking at the ground, and it was like kind of like this pixelated, granulated conglomerate of like stone, like like that kind of pattern
Yeah.
on the ground, and that starts moving on me, and then I'm like, oh, I'm tripping, and so then I followed that up to the wall, and I saw fucking dead. I saw people like.
That would scare the fuck out of
No,
me.
but with their hands.
Like staring.
Yeah,
through?
yeah,
Oh, that'd
like
scare the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of me.
That's that. But I'm telling you, man, there's other
There's so- there-
dimensions.
there's so-
Yeah,
there-
there's
yeah.
something on
There's
the other
something on the other
side.
side.
Yeah, so it's like.
And that's why I don't want to live forever, because that might be dope over there.
What?
That might be cool.
But this
other
is the way I
side.
look at it. What if it's really purgatory where they haven't quite transcended?
And they're stuck.
Yeah, dude.
And that's the ghost.
Because that's what I saw.
Yeah.
These people weren't like, "Hey, Steve." They were like,
like,
"No, they were like this, like, hey, you see me? Help
Like
me."
help. Oh, see, that's scary.
Have you seen Superman 2? Do you remember Superman 2?
Old school.
Old school, when the three villains are stuck in that
Yeah.
flying
Yeah.
glass
Yeah.
or mirror thing
Yeah,
in
they're
outer
stuck.
space,
Yeah.
and they're like, they're just flying. Imagine that, but in this world, they're stuck in some kind of dimension, like.
But like maybe they were bad people or they did something where they're fucked up, so they're stuck there. But if you're a good person, maybe you keep on keeping on.
No, I believe in that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm talking about the people that haven't. They're holding on. They're clinging on to something in this world. Because I feel like we were just talking about this.
It's like the movie Coco.
Yeah, exactly.
You know in Coco, if
damn
you're,
good
if-
movie. Damn good
Oh,
movie.
dude, so-
damn good
yeah.
movie. Damn good movie.
El Poco Loco.
yeah. But-
Dude. So if they don't put a picture up of your family member, you can't come over to the side.
Right.
And they're stuck.
And I also believe this. I think ghosts, like when a ghost haunts a house, I think they're on a loop.
They're stuck.
I think they're stuck and they're on some kind of loop.
Here's
pattern.
the thing about ghosts. You don't hear anybody in like their 20s talking about ghosts these days. It's only old ghost. Like you've never heard of like a teenage ghost. Like where's the Michael Jackson?
I've heard of
ghost?
A kid ghost though.
Yeah, but old school.
Yeah,
You're,
old
like
school.
Your grandma. Like my grandma grew up in England. She told me all these horror stories.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody of relevant lately
Right.
tell me
So
about a
that's
ghost.
interesting.
It's only
So
old timers.
Yeah. So do you think something in their lives, maybe they got died in a war, like a Civil War, or Vietnam, or something,
Or they didn't have like
had a tragic death?
maybe, or they have Instagram and YouTube, and they're just telling these fucking stories to entertain each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a good point. Have you heard of EVP? There's this thing called electronic voice phenomenon where they capture spirit voices.
I was on Ghost Adventures, the show.
Did they do that?
Zach
Did they
Bagans.
do that shit?
Dude, they did it and said my name, and it was terrifying. Terrifying.
It went Brandon.
Yep, it went Brendan. And he was like, what the fuck?
What,
You
so
just said your name.
someone on the other side knew your name?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Now, we're assuming that it's really a ghost talking to us and not some dude in the production van going, Brendan.
No, I don't. I think it's real.
Yeah, I hope so.
That scares. That brings up the level a couple notches because
was
it makes it
terrified.
more personal.
I was super terrified.
So they went Brandon.
It went Brendan.
Was
Yeah.
it a man? Like how
Yeah, I was like, we think, who knows?
Okay, so explain.
But in my head, I was like, oh, that's a producer in the back.
So electronic voice phenomenon is you take old school kind of like a recorder. I think you could probably use your phone or something.
Use your phone, but like Zach Bagans, they have an actual device now that
like
picks
a
it,
like a
le-
spirit capture
like
voice.
a legit like actual device.
Like a analog, some kind of. But what it does, it captures spirit voices on
at
the
a
other
frequency
side.
that we can't get on our like phones and shit.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. I think that there's frequencies right outside this frequency. That's why, because I've seen. I mean, that acid. Oh, get this. So
Do you think it's the acid or?
the LSD allowed me kind of like allowed me to peer in there for a moment.
Or do you think it's the chemical drugs that force
No,
you to
because
see
get
that?
this, it's not a fluke. Because my homie got arrested that day. He had I ruined his trip. I said there was demons in the bathroom because I didn't know how to voice that. He's like, "What are you doing in there?" He kept knocking. I came out and I go, "There's demons in here." And I pushed him
And
in
he
the back.
freaked out.
He got arrested
Oh, why?
because that's a good question. He ended up. So I ruined his trip, and he ended up. I had to get a drink of water, so this dorm was like an old motel. I had to go outside to the drink fountain. Came back, and it like one eye was twitching, like he was possessed. He was like, "Where were you?" And I'm like, "Oh."
It's a white kid.
No, he's a black kid.
Okay.
Yeah, a black kid from Yonkers, from New York somewhere. And so he ended up.
Where were you? Eyes twitching.
He ended up. The campus was closed. My dorm was near the campus. The campus was closed, but the public transportation was working.
Okay.
Homie ended up walking on a bus and grabbing a girl's arm like this.
Yeah, frowned upon.
Yeah, like.
Can't do that.
I know you can't. You
That's
can't do
assault, brother.
I
Yeah.
know that. I know
That's assault,
I
brother.
know it's assault.
Yeah.
So he ended up doing that. They called that in.
Yeah.
Homie ended up running to the student rec center, like the 24-hour fitness
Yeah.
on campus. Dude got pepper sprayed by like 5 campus police.
Sure.
Put on a stretcher board.
Yep. Sobered up the next morning, though.
Yeah, but
was
I didn't
like,
know where.
"Fuck."
But I didn't know where he was.
Oh, that's scary.
I'm in my dorm room.
And he was a good buddy?
Oh yeah, that was my boy.
Do you still
That
talk to
wa-
him?
No, Kendall, if you watch this, please holler at me. I want to know you're okay. No, I haven't talked to him. This was in the 90s. But I ended up going back to my dorm room, and I looked. I smoked a cigarette, and then I laid on my back, and guess what? The spirits were in the ceiling,
Really?
looking down on me. So yeah, it was
Scary.
like the Matrix, neon green, the whole fucking thing.
And do you like scary movies and stuff?
I'm obsessed with like The Exorcist.
Dude, do you still watch scary movies?
Yeah, I love demonic
I
shit.
got a new one for you. It's
What?
great. It has a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What is it
it's
called?
new.
Can we pitch it real
It's
quick?
called Jinn. G-J-I-N-N. It's on Amazon.
Wait, say that again.
Jinn. G-J-I-N-N.
G-J-I. What's it about? Like, can you just give me a quick
Yeah,
summary?
so it's this kid who's half...
And we'll wrap it up after this.
Yeah, he's half white, half Korean. and his mom committed suicide. She was Korean. She committed suicide, but he's mute. And they move into a new apartment. It's crazy because this movie has been cheap to make because it only takes place in a 1-bedroom apartment.
The Asian movie?
I think originally it's a Korean movie. You know, they make the best scary movies.
Oh, yeah, they make some
So
good, yeah.
the dad leaves for work. He's working a double shift. He's like, "Hey, I put dinner out for you. You're good, you know, for the night." And the kid's like, "Yeah." He's like, probably, I don't know, 10 or 11. So, you know, it's a new house. They just moved in, a new apartment. He goes into the closet and there's there's all this old shit, a mirror and candles and a book. And in the book, it's like a demonic book. It's a Satan worship
It's like
book.
Evil Dead. Remember that book?
Yeah,
Evil
a
Dead,
little
like
bit.
Evil Dead.
Yeah, he opens it up and it says, you know, this whatever dark soul will grant you a wish, but there.
Like a genie?
Yeah, but there are
Oh.
consequences sometimes, so be careful. And you have to survive till midnight. So
it's
if you
like
can survive
evil-
to if you can survive to midnight, it will grant your
So
wish.
there's an
I'm
ultimatum?
putting it in super layman terms. It's actually
Yeah.
way more cool than that.
Yeah.
But that's the bottom pitch. So the kid's like, all right, well, he wants a voice because he's mute.
Oh, he wants a
He
voice.
wants a voice. He
Oh,
wants,
that's
he-
right.
And he wants to talk to his mom before she committed suicide.
Rightfully so.
Because he woke up to get like water in the middle of the night and she shot herself in the head. But since he's mute, he couldn't be like, "Mom, no."
Oh, he couldn't warn her.
No, so he sees her and goes,
Oh,
but
that's
he has
so
no
scary.
voice.
Oh, Lord.
So he makes a deal with the devil.
Like, I want
and
a
then,
voice.
And then it's on. I'll leave it at that. And it's fucking good, dude.
Really?
Legit.
So this
98% Rotten Tomatoes.
So this kid gets a granted wish with kind of
Well,
like
he has to survive to midnight. Does he survive? I don't know. Tune in.
Oh, okay. So that's a part of the deal. You have to
You
survive.
have to survive all these demonic forces trying to kill you. Get your soul. You survive to midnight. You blow out the candle. Your wish is granted.
That's a tough task.
And he's 11.
Yo, he's 11 years
He's
old.
11. 1-bedroom apartment. Not a lot of places to hide.
Oh, Lord.
It's
So,
well
hold
done,
on,
dude.
Hold up. I'm not gonna. You don't have to do spoilers, but can I ask you just general questions? Is possession involved? This is not gonna ruin anything. I love asking. I just like.
Yes.
So demonic possession is involved in this movie.
Yes.
Are,
And it's legit scary, man.
is there pure white or black eyeballs involved?
I think they're pure. I'll say white.
Oh Lord.
I think they're all white.
that
yeah.
scares me.
Dude, it's so
Because
good.
Linda Blair in the remember?
Yeah.
So there's demonic possession. There's fucking white eyeballs.
His mama commits suicide. She comes
there's
back.
a mute involved who
Yeah.
like
Handsome kid
speaks.
too.
Is his voice a kid's voice or is it
He's
an adult?
mute.
No, when he gets granted the wish.
Does he get granted the wish? Tune in.
Oh,
Amazon. That's his wish.
His wish. If he survives till midnight,
He'll get a voice.
he gets a voice. GJINN.
Jin. So good.
So it's a
now
GJ.
there was older Jins, but this is it's 20. I
That's
think it's
it. GJINN.
Yep, on
So the-
Amazon. You'll see it. 2020 has a kid on the front picture.
Wait, what were you gonna say? You were saying something about it. You said
Yeah,
the movie poster, or like
There's gonna be a kid on it, but I think it's a remake because there was older ones. Don't click on the older ones; those might suck. But the only one I'm talking about came out in like 2020 or 2021. It's the newest one on Amazon.
is it a new release?
I think, like me and my girl had nothing to watch. We were bored because the only thing we have is American Idol right now.
Yeah.
And so it was like a random like Thursday night, and I was like,
Lord.
man, let's find a scary movie. So she was like, oh, let me look it up online, and everybody's like, oh, watch Jen, 98% Rotten Tomatoes.
Fuck, I'm on it
It's
tonight.
fucking
Can
good,
I
dude.
watch it by myself?
Oh yeah, dude, watch it and then snuggle up with that black ass you got. That's a night. That's a nice night, my man. Dude, what?
And
That's a nice little.
Dude.
It's a nice little Wednesday night for you, Bubba. Do you go to In-N-Out? Get you that animal style?
Dude, I need to edit that part out, my friend. You said for me to watch a horror movie and to snuggle up with my sex toy?
Yeah, that black ass.
Dude, that's when I break out the Glock.
Really?
Boom!
Oh, that could be a good night.
What
Dude,
with that? In
yeah.
a horror movie?
Yeah.
And then boom?
No, not the
Oh.
shooting. Not the shooting.
So you're saying popcorn?
Nope, I'm saying
Open the
In-N-Out
closet.
burger, fake ass, horror movie. Wednesday night. Hot.
And there you go. Thanks for. Hey, let's. Can we do a couple plugs?
Yeah, what do you got,
Okay,
man?
like I want to plug all your shit. Like, let's
Okay.
plug. Can you plug websites?
Yep.
Instagram, all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything's just my name, Brendan Schaub, Instagram, Twitter. And then this comes out next week, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So next date for me, I think, is June 11th through the 13th. I'm in Oklahoma City, Brickstown Comedy Club.
How do they get tickets?
FATKZ.com. You can find me on Fire and the Kid, King of the Sting, Below the Belt, Food Truck Diaries. I'm all over, man.
Right. And then how do they get tickets for that show?
Again, FATKZ.com. Any merch, thickboy.com.
Get your tickets today, folks. You don't want to miss the show. Who else is on the lineup there?
Chappelle Lacey, David Lucas, all Comedy Store guys.
Oh, wow.
Monster show.
You're killing it, dude.
Appreciate you, brother.
I had fun on your thing.
Yeah, we love you, man.
I love it. Yeah.
Hopefully you keep coming back.
Nick,
Fans love you.
Yeah, thanks. Nick hits me up in the morning. Can you tell him to at least give me the night before?
I agree.
Yeah, Nick. Give me the night before.
We call him last second Nick.
Oh, yeah. Just do it the night before.
Agree.
Man. You know what I mean?
I
just
agree.
the night before. Then
from now on, I'll hit you up.
Yeah,
I'll hit you up. I got
I
you,
love
man.
Nick, but man, don't hit me up at 8 in the morning.
No,
dude.
I can be here by 10. It's like, God, I know, man. Yeah, I'd be balls deep in that fake ass, man.
All right. God damn, I'll keep it in there.
Yeah.
I don't have any shame. I'm human.
Yeah.
Who cares,
dude?
Right? Did people comment about my the latex glove?
I don't see comments. I don't know. I never read comments.
But you remember I gave.
Yeah, you did give guys some good notes
about the latex glove.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I realized? You know what a fifi is?
No.
In jail, that's like a homemade fleshlight.
Oh, it's like a
they
sock.
They take a sock and then they have something else in it and they put Vaseline in it.
Oh, that's smart.
So it's like it's like my version of a fifi.
Yeah, that's cool. Your new intern's like,
just the way you're looking at me.
No, it's no.
Such disappointment.
No judgment, man.
Oh, that's cool.
Good for
you.
you.
Good for you, Steve.
I'm excited for your Wednesday night, though. I'll tell you that much.
Good for you, Steve.
Yeah.
You keep it up, buddy. Keep killing it in the sex toy.
Love it, man.
Game. Thanks for tuning in. We do have a website at SteebeeWeebieShow.com. If you want to buy any merch there, go to patreon.com/SteebieWeebie. Become a patron today to help support the platform. Instagram/QUANGOU. SteebieWeebieBandcamp.com. Ooh, Scissor Bros. We have a YouTube channel, the newest podcast, youtube.com Scissor Bros. Subscribe today. And I do have a P.O. Box. Send all your packages to 1425 North Cherokee Avenue, P.O. Box 1391, LA, California, 90093. Dude, it was an honor having you.
Yeah, we love you, man.
Fucking loved it. My buddy Skip is a trip, feeling blue like a crib. Framed for robbing a bank, letting loose from the hip. He really couldn't predict this script was so full of angst. Him and Henry were woodpeckers, did a song that dance that big. Oh, rodeo man in the West, you can. You're the best on the land to bless the sands. Do the bull with your hand, oh Skip, you can. Get that fucking bull, pull on that rope. Feeling still crazy, maintaining against the grain. Making me wanna get in a plane. The pain inside my brain never ends sustain. I'm down for the count on the ground freight train. Living today, don't give it away. They're preaching the praise, the raise. Shining it down to mightiest crowns, the finest of frowns delayed. Skippy's afraid, he feels betrayed. Live this way, can deal with shade. A spade is a spade, he made the grade. Displayed in a charade of pain. I am not a man, I am an animal of male. I live by maritime, the law of water, about to sail. Where my mother had me, I slipped out of her canal. What you call a sailing ship is named after a female. Oh, you're a cheater with a pen. We're friends to ink your book away. A ghost that writes your look today.